Our house stood alone. Miles from town, it sat at the end of a long dirt road. Trees lined both sides, their branches twisting together like gnarled fingers. Every day, I got off the school bus at the crossroads. It was a lonely walk home. The sun would be setting. Shadows stretched out, making the woods seem to move. I walked fast, my backpack heavy on my shoulders. Each crunch of gravel under my feet echoed in the stillness. Home was my sanctuary. My sister Lily would usually be home before me. She was 2 years older and took an earlier bus. I imagined her inside, the lights on, our dog barking a happy hello. That was the routine. That was how it always was, until it wasn't. That day, as I came around the last bend, I saw something that stopped me in my tracks. It was a sight so unexpected, so chilling, that I could hardly believe my eyes. There was Lily, framed in the living room window. She stood there, almost like a statue, unmoving and eerily still. Her face was pale, her eyes wide and staring. It was as if she had seen something terrifying, something that had drained the color from her cheeks. She looked right at me, but her expression was blank, empty. It was like she was looking through me, not at me. I felt a chill run down my spine. The air around me seemed to grow colder, and I could feel the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Something felt wrong, very wrong. It was a feeling I couldn't shake, a sense of dread that settled deep in my bones. Lily looked like she had seen a ghost. Her eyes were wide with fear and her lips trembled as if she wanted to scream but couldn't. Or maybe she had become one. The way she stood there, so still and silent, it was almost as if she was no longer part of this world. The way she stared, it was like she didn't recognize me, her own brother. I started running. My heart pounded in my chest as I sprinted towards the house. Rushing towards the house, I called out her name, "Lily! Lily, what's wrong?" My voice echoed in the stillness, but there was no response. But when I got to the front door, it was locked. I banged on it, shouting her name again, hoping she would hear me and let me in. I fumbled with my keys, my heart pounding in my chest. What was going on? Why was she acting this way? I had to find out, and fast. I burst through the door, yelling Lily's name. The house was silent. Too silent. The dog wasn't barking, the TV wasn't on. Lily was nowhere to be found. I checked her room, the kitchen, even under the beds. Nothing. It was like she had vanished into thin air. Panic started to set in. Where could she be? One minute she was staring at me from the window and the next, she was gone. The empty house felt heavy, oppressive. The air was thick with an unsettling energy. I ran back outside, searching the yard, the woods beyond. "Lily!" I shouted, my voice hoarse with fear. But there was no answer. Only the rustling of leaves and the distant caw of a crow mocked my desperation. Section 4. A Second Encounter. Just as I was about to call the police, I saw her. Lily was walking up the driveway, completely calm as if nothing had happened. Her steps were measured, almost robotic, and she seemed oblivious to the world around her. She had that same blank expression on her face, her eyes distant and vacant. It was as if she was in a trance, disconnected from reality. I ran towards her, a mixture of relief and anger surging through me. My heart pounded in my chest and my mind raced with questions. "Where were you?" I demanded, grabbing her arm. My grip was firm, almost desperate, as if I was trying to anchor her to reality. "I saw you in the window. You scared the life out of me." My voice trembled with a mix of fear and frustration, but she just shrugged me off, her touch cold and unfamiliar. It was like she was a different person, someone I didn't recognize. "I've been at school," she said, her voice flat, emotionless. There was no hint of the lively girl I knew. Where else would I be? Her words were like a dagger piercing through my confusion. Her words sent a new wave of chills down my spine. The coldness in her voice was unsettling. School? But that was impossible. The timeline didn't add up. I had just gotten off the bus. I had seen her in the window moments before. Had I imagined the whole thing? My mind was a whirlwind of doubt and disbelief. Section 5. A glitch in the Matrix? That night, as I lay in bed, I couldn't shake the feeling of unease. The shadows seemed to move, and the silence was deafening. Every creak of the house felt amplified, as if something was lurking just out of sight. Lily was acting strange, distant. Her usual warmth was replaced by a cold, almost mechanical demeanor. It was as if she was there, but not really present. She denied seeing me at the window, claimed I was mistaken. Her eyes, usually so full of life, were empty, almost hollow, but I knew what I had seen. The figure at the window was unmistakably her, yet something was off. It was her, and yet it wasn't. A perfect replica, but devoid of the essence that made her. Her. Was it a paranormal encounter? A doppelganger? A ghostly double sent to unsettle me? Or perhaps a figment of my imagination born from sleepless nights and stress? Or was it something even stranger, something beyond our understanding, a glitch in the matrix, a momentary lapse in the fabric of our reality, a crack in the fabric of reality? The more I thought about it, the more questions arose. The questions swirled in my mind, offering no answers, only deepening the mystery. Each possibility seemed more improbable than the last. Have you ever experienced something that defied explanation, a moment so surreal that it made you question your own sanity? A moment where the impossible seemed to bleed into the real, where the lines between reality and illusion blurred? If so, you're not alone. Many have encountered the inexplicable, the unexplainable. The world is full of mysteries, waiting to be unraveled. But sometimes the answers we seek are more unsettling than the questions. But be warned, some truths are best left buried in the shadows, for in seeking them, we might uncover more than we bargained for.